Go, and it started in my 20s, and I want to again come here to share with you around all things life. If you're new to the channel, we talk about every area of life that we have to show up in. We call them the F-bombs, and food is one of them. And when I think about food on my journey, what would I suggest? What kind of tips would I give anyone starting this journey wherever they are? And I hope you're in your 20s somewhere starting this thing, but if you're not, it's okay. It's never too late. But I think of it as simple substitutions. What can I substitute this ingredient for to make this healthy? And I really want to talk about food in a way to hopefully inspire you and encourage you that it is a lifelong journey that you can do. I want to talk about the word diet. Start here with redefining that word. Diet is simply what we eat. I know for me growing up as a child, even through my teens and 20s, just thinking about, oh, I don't want to be on a diet. Diet is what we eat. And when we look at things for what they are, what is my current diet? What are my goals? Do they align? And I believe food is culture. It is a way to, fellowship with people and definitely, come together as family. But for me, I had to choose something different because where I was headed is not where I wanted to go. And it started in my 20s. Simple substitutes. It started with, these are real things that are still today staples. Monk fruit. Monk fruit is a sugar substitute. Looks just like brown sugar. I did not start with monk fruit. That is where I am today, but I started replacing white sugar with brown sugar, and now it's monk fruit. I had to find the right texture, the right everything, because I am definitely big on taste. I don't do anything just because I need to eat healthy. I need my food to taste good. So everything I share with you is definitely edible. It is enjoyable. I've shared it with family and friends, and people like it. So start with your staples. Sugar is something we cook with a lot, especially where I'm from. We put sugar in everything, and my taste buds had come to expect sugar, a sweet tasting food. Now that's another piece of the puzzle to understand that everything doesn't need sugar, and I'd have stopped putting sugar in things, but there are certain things I want sugar in. I want sweetness. I'm not gonna get into the other side of it, but if you want something sweet, you gotta think about, what am I gonna do? So I threw out white sugars from day one. I haven't bought white sugar literally in probably 10, 12 years. But I have not stopped cooking. I have not stopped enjoying my food. I use monk fruit. We use brown sugar in that replacement. Another staple will be got rid of milk. Milk, lactose intolerant is not something we should be, I don't believe, consuming anyway, cows, but went to almond milk. So almond milk is something that's a staple. I don't even use it that much, but when I need something for thickness, almond milk is now a staple. Again, simple substitutes. The goal in cooking is a science. So yes, ingredients give, it's a science. So things need to rise, things need to bind, things need to have a certain thickness and a certain texture for the food to taste correct. So substitute things that are very similar but are healthier. Another substitute, which is very basic, but it's just the truth. I love sodas. I was a Sprite girl. I love pineapple soda. I started straight water. Water everywhere. I love water at work. I love water in my car. And now I keep water in my home everywhere, my office, wherever. Water is just a staple. I don't drink anything else. I did do carbonated waters when we first started out. That is important, but the idea that it's water, even if you do carbonated waters with some, the synthetic sweeteners, understood. I definitely did those, but the concept is water. And then the other thing was white flour. Did away with white flour, went straight to coconut flour and almond flour. Yes, it's a different consistency, especially I feel like with almond flour. I prefer coconut flour when baking and even coating things. I did that for a while. Not so much needed anymore because I just don't do a lot of breaded food. But all through my 30s, I definitely did a lot of coating and frying, but it was always with coconut or almond flour. So again, you have to think about, what do you consume a lot of? What are my staples? And again, staples in life, you have staples in your closet, you have staples in your pantry, but these are our go-to things that we need to cook with. And seasonings, you need staple seasonings, and just substitute them with healthier things. Get you some herbs and spices, dry. You don't have to have fresh all the time. I understand they go, the shelf life is not as long, but you have to rethink how we think. It just really starts there. So simple substitutions is a place to start. a sweet potato. And this is something I do often. It's a recipe I use all the time. I stuff my sweet potatoes. I don't have to put cheese in them. The sweet potatoes have a natural sweet flavor. I use cinnamon when I bake them. And then I load them up with, I'm gonna tell you one thing, and it may not even sound good, but it is amazing and it looks good. It's black beans. So you can put black beans in your sweet potato, load it. I sprinkle it, top it with kale, some caramelized onions, and red pepper. Great substitute, great flavor. It's all about simple substitutes. I promise you, it will help you get to where you're trying to go. Whatever your fitness goals are, whatever your nutritional goals are, the key is sustainability. And you have to think long-term. If we're thinking or doing things temporarily or just to get through next week or to get to a birthday or get through the summer or get through a certain outfit, I mean, that's fine. Make that thing work. But when you make it work, what can I do that's going to keep me here in this space of a healthy lifestyle? So, simple substitutions is a great place to start. How can I substitute? What can I substitute? And how can I make this thing lasting? Enjoy your journey.